That's fine. You into the bathroom? Go fight him. Go.
The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough.
Well, look who it is. His dad makes honey. Cap.
Block out all the noise.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Let's go. Right.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Spits it out to the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the pass. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll be the first down. He has enough to move the chains. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what do you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do. Because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It's really tough on offenses, but defenses know what you got to do. You got to knows and he gets it.
Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another day.
Wants to fire on second down. And the movement spins it. He gets it all the way down to the 5. And it's a terrific catch and run for a stop. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field and they wasted time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
Here we go. He got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Let's go. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here.
Let's go.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Quarterback making adjustments. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. So USC's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know so many people.
There we go. He's loose. Maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon. He's putting this defense in a room.
This offense will go back on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
He's going to throw deep right check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Murphy. This time it's complete. Really needed to play like that was down. They demanded no change.
You run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of knowing. You know, I say that receivers got to understand that space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. There's great defensive linemen. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Second down coming up. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, he's gonna try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of the game.
Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Ingram. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
To the air. It's Murphy. Fires to the midfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From inside the 40 and the 37, it's first down. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. On a little time, lets it go. With the catch. Smith. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He for a man. It's Murphy. Makes the grab in the end zone for the Toes. They extend the lead to 8.
It's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore, so you practice these a lot. So, nice timing, nice rhythm, nice two-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this. Even after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
And that, too, don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency in this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
The Trojans complete a second down a long ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside kid. Right up ahead for a yard out to the 33. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye, playoff on the line. This game is critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams to win this one big. This might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground, make a single.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Rushes on him.
Success has a lot to do with selling that fake retail. Defense was not buying it. Let the backfield get through.
Movement chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He lofts one down the sideline.
Good hit.
It's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for the front end of the defense couldn't do. They had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in the coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, Dave. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. It's Murphy. Pulls it in. It's Avery. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. can depend on.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the tight end. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Looking to throw again. The screen, he's got wheels. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen. QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball. He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Murphy. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, trying to find his man.
It tells you a lot about the confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
First down, and they'll mark it down at the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. Passes the 30 to the 29 before he stopped to pick up a 5-yard play. It's a first down.
You wonder now on offense have they found something in the run game. Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going. They got a nice game on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up.
Here we go.
Gave to the big fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Under fire.
Boy.
Got the matchup he wanted. He's a big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that could be take that matchup all day.
Yeah, I need that. Hell yeah. I got so many different voices. Everybody got different voices.
a 2-point try.
Ready, kid.
Off the play fake. Throws to the back. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lane. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short.
Oh, he hit his fucking leg.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Looking at left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. I'm going to blame most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a timeout, and they'll try to build on the way in before going to the locker room. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback to depth. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature future this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They'll line up to go for two.
Double, double. Set.
To the air, it's Murphy. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his line. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Took a shot as he threw it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Keeps looking downfield. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Still his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces.
Dang, bro, it would not let me click onto the farthest man.
Take it in. Touchdown, son.
It's crazy that I just played double coverage and it was underneath coverage and the nigga ran a slant. Man coverage underneath, double coverage. Double man coverage underneath. Double man coverage inside, excuse me, and nigga got beat by 15 yards.
A real buzzkill for this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Makes the catch. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires one high and deep. Been trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Defense defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody that dug their heel on the ground, they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Across the 45.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here? We can run, maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Still moving at the 40. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at 36. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. Right now, his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room. The defense is ready for it, so the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack the field like they did on that last one. A downfield completion.
Misspeed and mistake from this quarterback. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We are just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard when they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lee. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You can tell they were ready for a solid quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
Here's the pressure.
This offense has to do a better job protecting the quarterback. They're running down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come inside, but they gotta keep it clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires left. It's gone. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. So,
It's a seam.
Look at this nigga.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
when you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
He'll keep it himself. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This has got to be disappointing for the offense, guys. You were expecting that success for them, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, USC! You thought they were done. They're not.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying. Like, bro, the computer very clearly knows the human error in some decisions that you'll make. That if you chasing a player around, like an actual individual, they're not gonna see that. They're not gonna notice that the two dudes bump into each other. It's a corner. It's a safety blitz from this side. So effectively, if this guy gets blocked up, then I can throw the ball into this hole, regardless of what's gonna happen.
Like that, and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Completion on the out. And he's got enough for the 1st down. He sat down after completion.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. He's got it.
And you gotta love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box, block the defensive lineman, you put him in the slot.
10. They believe they can run. Makes another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times, as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball. But he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy in the ground.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. As he throws. Takes the grab. He's at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st and 10.
So much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy.
Really nice job. Letting himself open to locate the football, snag it out of the air. This guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns.
Looking to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. There's certainly still a hill to climb. They've got to make sure these drives pay off. They've got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Some hard running there. He just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense is playing in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They collapse down in this one. They're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll run the screen. He's going to come up big. Short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders. He comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, you should have your guy, an offensive guy who said, hey, he's got to run the tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. How about that last drive? Just carved them up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse. Nice job.
He really did. That was a masterclass in just reading coverage and getting it home.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. To the air, it's Murphy. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
To the air on second down. This time on target. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He'll go at the 30-yard line and pick it as a offense on business. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, after him. This one's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Bring in the heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Looking to the end zone.
Nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties now and split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up.
Red 18! Red 18!
He's looking to pass. Trying to get away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The inside handoff. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, and fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. You can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop the running backs.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to move the chains on the ground.
He getting off.
First down, and they stop him at the 45. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Running into the open space. It's a running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is
this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Quarterback will keep it.
He just trying to cut in.
All the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Lasso! Lasso! That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on offense, you know this is four-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession.
Definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball.
And just a short save pass play that
We should be cheating. Y'all seen it just change my whole defense in the middle of the play? That's why you gotta turn that auto flip off.
First down, a little bit short. But what did I do? This is a manageable 4th down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is a short kick, but the problem
Great fucking
is
tackle,
they-
Webb. Your ass, if you didn't tackle him, they would have scored.
He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Dar forced to settle for 3.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on a 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a
What you got going on over there?
It bounced through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Get set. Switch it, switch it.
Smith takes the handoff. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver? It might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down.
Black 18.
The give to the back. Good, solid pick up on that.
Yeah, somebody got blasted in there.
First down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense.
Black 14.
QB draw. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Throws to the wideout.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He has to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33.
Here we go.
Tried to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters in these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
4th and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, complete bounce.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're just going to see what the offense.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and then carrying out the line of scrimmage and be a little bit of a hurt.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, here's the problem offensively, because we're trailing by so much so late in the game. The defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now.
Damn, this shit cheating, so it's just not gonna take the thing off the screen or nothing.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. Awesome one. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Here's Junior making his presence felt, making the stop after a short gain. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long.
You see what I'm saying, bro? And I can't make my receiver do nothing. So now I'm stuck on the goal line in a formation that I can't change, make no audibles to, because it just suddenly the game when you make a playbook don't add the automatic audibles in it. So now we in a crazy ass zone blitz defense where everybody gonna clear the middle of the field, and he probably don't understand. Yep.
The snap sets up the throw. Trojan. And they take it in for 6 points. This dude is just slicing and dicing. Defense.
Ready?
And now the offense will come onto the field
Single.
again.
Set.
Give as they work on that clock. Needs a little space. This could change things.
When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. I can tell you what, the offense has the lead. It's a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the well. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Firing to the right, complete. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
The play fake on 1st down. The draw. Sure hands. It's Crockett. They make the stop.
He's not letting me do simple shit like click off the nigga who's blitzing so I can just let him blitz on his own. God damn.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
What?
Sure, they have
Yeah, it's okay. Because we blitz, but it's going to do that adjustment to try and get us out of place and then run the ball up the middle, and my guy who's spying on the inside not going to be sure.
stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Lost the throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan.
He would have flipped over on his fucking face, and instead bro, this shit is crazy. There's nothing that you can actually do about that. I'm looking at him adjust the play, and then the nigga jog as he run across the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Going up to it again. Wide open down.
He just took one of my defensive linemen and literally put him in a spy in the middle of the defense, and we got 5 men rushing. It literally just moved my best pass rusher just out of the whole rush, and I didn't tell him to do this.
Looking for a score. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win. But this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree.
Because of course I can play defense with this big marker in the middle of the screen, and it doesn't let you pause. Of course, I have no control. I don't know who I'm controlling. It won't let me do anything. It doesn't matter what control I am on because, again, I have to decide Samson Kemp, and it's not going to let me choose till after the play. No, this is crazy because this ain't got nothing to do with EA and fixing their stuff. This just technology. Minding his own. That's crazy. We was beating them by 15 points. We beating them by 20 points.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
And again, I just don't like when it also, like, even for me trying to play into the playoffs, my ending of my games are getting sloppy as if I'm not winning how it is I'm winning. So recruiting or whatever and all this stuff, I don't like that. I whoop their ass. Now I gotta hope my Xbox don't just power down when I win.
Handoff to the lone back. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Here we go.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Murphy.
Of course, he gonna jump for no reason, catch the ball.
He is going nowhere.
He's
Stop
gonna
at the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Power football with the run. That will be the final play
Oh, y'all don't want to see no highlight? Yeah, they want to show no highlight.
Staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. We'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.
Yeah, this was the most false touchdown ever. Because I could literally not see, I couldn't control nothing, couldn't see where I was switched to, and then they threw the ball over here. And then another situation where now they just make the DB animations now because they didn't. I guess everybody was complaining about how they suck and don't make good reads and it was getting picked off. So now the DB animations don't even reflect nothing that makes sense. The DB in position to at least get his hands in there, he jumped over the top trying. Yeah, that's crazy. Or I guess everything is predicated on what input you press as far as like your coverage. That's stupid. So jumping in the air, pressing X versus Y now creates a different reaction. Whereas it would be like you would just go up for the ball with Y. Y was always to go up for the ball and to attempt to play on the ball. Whereas X was to contest the catch and try and swat the ball down. But now that's like totally different. Now X is to contest. X is to swat the ball down. Whereas Y is to jump and make a motion to try and catch it. But you don't necessarily be in position when you do that.